Hello YouTube, this is Morgan Airspeed Prime here with my next Avatar news update video. So once again, it's been pretty much a week without really much news, and then suddenly something drops right as it's beginning to get a really long time without any news. So we've got a main event piece of news, but there are also two things I want to put up just as sort of reminders at the start here. So first of all, I Am Katara released on Tuesday earlier on this week. So this book is out now. This is the third I Am book after I Am Aang and I Am Zuko. I Am Toph is coming out early next year. We don't have the cover for that yet. But I Am Katara is out now. My copy is on the way. I will do a quick video on it, just doing a brief review, some thoughts, and showing off some pages when I get it. Might be end of next week, might even go into the week afterwards. I don't really have a great way to get some of these books like on release date, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would have covered it probably on the 18th. But it's out now, so look out for that wherever you get your books from. Then there's this. FreeRPGDay 2024 is June 22nd, so it's on Saturday. Magpie, who obviously do the Avatar Legends RPG, are participating as part of this. I covered this before months ago when they initially announced it. They are offering some dice for if you want to play the game, Twin Law dice in blue. But the big thing, the main event here, new content, actually technically the first Avatar canon content release of the year, Rebels and Refugees Quick Start. So this is obviously a quick start guide for how to play Avatar Legends RPG, but included in it is the adventure for the game, which is set in the 100-year war era, called Rebels and Refugees. We don't know a lot about it, other than I'm guessing from the picture, it is set at the Western Air Temple, which is quite interesting in relation to Rebels and Refugees. Excited to see what they do with this, because 100-year war era, not super detailed in terms of like new information, so maybe this will offer some new interesting lore or characters. Again, this is one of these things where I will not be able to get this this weekend just due to availability. I was able to do the Movers and Shakers adventure, do a video on it last year when this happened, because someone who attended sent me pictures of the key pages from the book, so I was able to do a video. I would love to do that again, but that is dependent on someone sending me the pages for the book so I can cover it. Otherwise, if you are in the position where you won't be able to get it and still want it, what they did last year was they eventually offered Movers and Shakers as a free PDF download on DriveThruRPG a couple of months after the FreeRPGDay. I forget exactly when it was, but it was somewhere in the region of like September, October, November. It went up on DriveThruRPG for free, and it has been there like that since then, basically. You can still get it. I'd actually almost recommend you grab that if you don't have it yet, just because I'm not sure if they'll just put this up as like another free thing, or they might have this replace the last year's one as like the new free quick start guide. Not sure what their plan is with regard to that. Will they just keep both of them up? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But you know, get the free stuff while you can on DriveThruRPG, of course. So yeah, I'll cover that if I can, depending on someone sending me the stuff, obviously. And then we get to the main event, and that is this. You probably saw this in the thumbnail and the title. Avatar: The Last Airbender Team Avatar Treasury Library Edition. Now, Team Avatar Treasury, if you're not familiar with that title, is just what they refer to the first three Avatar one-shot comics collected together. So this is Katara and the Pirate Silver, Toph Beifong's Metal Bending Academy, and Suki Alone. The first three are called Team Avatar Treasury because it's the three female members of Team Avatar. So that's that. Finally getting a hardcover library edition. It obviously calls into question why on earth they released this product, the collected edition, in a hardcover box with a poster, and why this is now releasing so many months after the fact. Very confusing situation here. Not sure why it's taken so long. It feels a little bit like, oh, we don't really have any books to put out. Do this thing that we didn't do years ago. Not really sure what the whole point here was, because it does feel like this is a kind of interesting format, but like, because they've released so few books since these books, they've not actually been able to do another one. So like, they're only just about getting around to, in a couple of months, in August, we're going to get the 5th Avatar one-shot comic, because obviously the 4th one is Azula in the Spirit Temple, the 5th one is the upcoming Bounty Hunter and the Tea Brewer, and then the 6th, which would make up probably the next like hardcover, is probably, we're maybe expecting to hear about that at San Diego Comic-Con or New York Comic-Con. The timing really should be the case where like you kind of need to announce what's next, because we're only getting Bounty Hunter and the Tea Brewer in August because it was delayed that far. Otherwise, it would have been out in like May. So they need to announce the next book. So we should know what the situation is with regards to what the next one is shortly enough, I guess. In terms of the details here, it's obviously a collected edition of 3 books, as you would expect, very similar to the trilogies, because of course the one-shots are the exact same length as an individual part of a comic trilogy. They do say here, it has exclusive commentary from the creators to dive even further into the creation of the comics. Based on the fact that it's listed as 240 pages, which is the same as the other ATLA library editions, I'm guessing this is what they're just referred to as, this is annotations. I think you can tell the image here of the cover is a little bit kind of wider than you might kind of think. So I think this is going to be very much in line with the 6 trilogy, the Promise to Imbalance library editions, in terms of it's going to be the same width to account for the annotations. Otherwise, I think the page count would have to be bigger to include pages including extra commentary at the back. Otherwise, like it says here, October 30th, 2024, because this is on Dark Horse, this is the Wednesday, the comic book store release date. The 29th of October is going to be the mass market release date. So if you don't get it from your comic store, you will be getting it for the 29th. Just the difference between books versus comic book store release dates, as I've covered many, many times before. $50, and then other than that, there's nothing else to particularly talk about. Some other details just to kind of highlight this, of like, I have it here, of course, the box set. This did come out October 2022, so by the time this releases, this will be released basically just over 2 years since the previous collected edition came out, and this itself came out about a year after Suki Alone, which was the last of the 3 comics collected in it. So we're 3 years plus post Suki Alone. We're finally getting the hardcover collection of this set. And at the very least, this should finally lock into place for a lot of us in terms of the collecting side of things, that, okay, they're finally committing to the fact that they are going to do hardcover collections for the one-shots. So if they do announce more of these, and you're not really interested in these, then you can just pick up the single copies when they come out, so you're there at release of the new books, and then your collected edition can just be the hardcover. You don't need this kind of middle ground option, which is cool enough, but, you know, I think there was a lot of confusion when this actually came out. And again, I would speak to some weak communication here about the fact that they never said that they were or were not doing hardcover stuff. They never said that this was a replacement. And that silence felt kind of weak from a kind of customer kind of buying perspective, that you're not actually telling us what the kind of plans are. At least we know now, and you can kind of adjust what's kind of going on now. Kind of wish I had known this prior to making the how to get into the comics videos from a while ago, but it's good to know now that at least this is here. So I guess for the most part it means that you can either skip buying the single issues when they come out and buy the collection of the single issues later if you're okay with waiting, or like I said, you can just buy the books on release and then pick up the hardcover as your collected edition. But you know, that's that. it is ultimately just a reprint book, but it is actually good to know that they are doing hardcovers again, because when was the last Avatar hardcover that came out? Was it the last art book second edition? I'm pretty sure it kind of might have been. It's been a pretty long time since the last time we got a hardcover, so it's nice to know they're doing them again, even if the hardcover we want to know about is Beast of the Four Nations, and we want to know what the next deluxe set is, that sort of thing. So, other than that, yeah, we continue to wait for the Reckoning of Roku preview pages. Still not here yet, and we're well past the latest it's ever been for an Avatar book getting preview pages. We're quickly approaching just 1 month to go until release. Maybe they might be deciding to coincide it with that kind of 1 month to go. We'll see what happens. I'll cover it when it does happen. I'm surprised we don't have it already. So in the comments, let me know what your thoughts are. I Am Katara is out now. FreeRPGDay, where there will be new Avatar content available. Check out the FreeRPG website. I'll have it linked below. And you can find out participating stores in your area to get this if you want. And then, yeah, Team Avatar Treasury Library Edition. Out of nowhere, they're actually doing one-shots in hardcover. Good to know. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below, but that has been the video. Thanks for watching, and bye.